Yes, let's talk about Jeffrey Epstein. In 1988, Epstein founded J. Epstein Company, a consulting firm that provided money management services to individuals with a net worth of more than $1 billion. In the 1990s, Epstein began running his business from the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, a tax haven, where he owned the nearby small island of Little St. James. He later purchased another island in the same vicinity, Great St. James. He also owned what was then the largest private mansion in Manhattan. It was said that Epstein used hidden cameras at his Manhattan residence to record sex acts performed by his wealthy associates, probably for blackmail purposes. He also kept a long, long log of those who traveled on his private jet, which locals in the Virgin Islands referred to as the Lolita Express in reference to Vladimir Nabokov's novel Lolita from 1955, whose antihero is a middle-aged man who obsessively lusts after young girls. Among persons on the log were former U.S. President Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, the prominent attorney and Harvard University law professor Alan Dershowitz, and Prince Andrew, Duke of York, who was eventually accused of repeatedly having sex with one of Epstein's underage victims. In 2018, an investigative reporter at the Miami Herald identified some 80 alleged survivors of sexual abuse by Epstein or his associates. The report led to renewed examinations of sex crime allegations against Epstein, and in 2019, a new federal criminal case was brought against him. He was arrested in July in New Jersey's Teterboro Airport on charges of sex trafficking and held without bail. Later that month, Epstein was found in his Manhattan jail cell with injuries indicating that he had attempted to kill himself by hanging. Less than a week later, however, he was taken off the jail's suicide watch. On August 9th, the day before Epstein's death, his cellmate was removed but not replaced. And for approximately 3 hours that night, Epstein was not checked on by guards in violation of the jail's protocol. In addition, cameras outside the cell malfunctioned. On the morning of August 10th, Epstein's body was found hanging in his cell. The files Jeffrey Epstein kept of the clients who visited him has become a matter before the United States Congress. In February, Attorney General Pam Bondi admitted publicly that she had the client list on her desk. She was reviewing the files. Congress has waited long enough and is now demanding release of those files. In our next clip, we hear from Brian Tyler Cohen and Representative Ro Khanna, who discuss the plan to make that happen.